On the news tonight, Senator Gbenga Daniel boosts agriculture in Ogun State, distributes fertilizers to farmers in Ogun East. Senate President Godswill Akpabio swears in Simon Lalong as Plateau South Senator. Few days to Christmas, New Year celebrations, correspondents take a look at how Nigerians are coping to get rice to buy. Good evening and welcome to NTA Ijebu ode News at 7. My name is Anthony Lambo. Here are the details of the news. Federal government's plan on food security and poverty alleviation received a boost through the distribution of bags of fertilizers to over 1,500 farmers in the East Senatorial District. Correspondents report that former Ogun State Governor and Senator representing Ogun East Senatorial District, Senator Gbenga Daniel, facilitated acquisition of the farm inputs. The farmers under the aegis of All Farmers Association of Nigeria Ogun East Senatorial District, numbering over 1,500, converged to benefit from the gesture courtesy Senator Gbenga Daniel. Speakers include the state chairperson, All Farmers Association of Nigeria. The program will not only increase food production for beneficiaries but also grow the economy of the state.
The fertilizer that he was giving out is not for paying, it's for giving out. He really tried, and I'm not shocked about it.
They should apply the fertilizer in the manner that is supposed to be on their farms. It should not be sold, so that productivity in Ogun East can increase.
This is a very laudable initiative, and it's a welcome development, because when you talk of fertilizers, at least it means a lot to the farmers.
Honestly, this is the first time that I will see a politician come for a sort of feedback with the people. Most of our politicians, once they are there, you don't see them again until the next election.
Facilitator of the program, Senator Gbenga Daniel, said distribution of fertilizer to farmers is one of his many programs of cushioning the effects of fuel subsidy removal on the people of his constituency.
It's part of what we think we owe our people. You know what has happened with the inflation and things like that. And if we're able to support these farmers, this one is specifically for farmers. And we make sure that this is under the auspice of AFA. This is the Farmers Association of Nigeria, we say. Chapter. We are hopeful that this sort of initiative will help to alleviate the level of poverty and the level of food crisis which we are having in our country.
Beneficiaries expressed gratitude to President Bola Tinubu and Senator Gbenga Daniel for the gesture.
We believe that next year, production of food will be more, at least 100% increase than that of this year.
We appreciate if there is more incentives from the federal government, state government, and other NGOs.
I thank God for his life first, because the man has been doing wonders in all ratifications. He has been performing well. So God be the glory. Even if he's not in government, people still honor him.
They, however, promised not to divert the facility to another way but use it for boosting the agricultural production next year farming season in Ijebu ode. On health matters, not less than 200 residents of Ososa town in Odogbolu local government benefited from the annual free health outreach program of Dr. Tunde Dia. Correspondents report that the residents also expressed their gratefulness to the initiator. It was the turn of the people of Ososa to benefit from the Dr. Tunde Dia Foundation for the people of Odogbolu local government. The free health outreach focused on checking of blood pressure, HIV/AIDS status, diabetes, sugar level, among others, as well as provision of free drugs to patients. According to Dr. Adeolu Olushodo, who is the head of health department of Dr. Tunde Dia Foundation, and Adewoye Oluwasegun, is an initiative to give back to the society.
Actually, what we are doing today is what we normally do in our communities, especially in Odogbolu local government. And what we are actually doing is to identify people who have high blood pressure and also diabetes, and at the same time to start them up on drugs which they can use to manage the diseases, and also to assist them with drugs for other conditions as well. For those who are not diabetic and who are not hypertensive, we still also give them drugs for whatever condition they bring to outreaches like this. So it's just our own way of helping to ensure that these communities that are around us are healthy.
It is to bring our people to health, let me say health consciousness, to let them know that it is important to be healthy always, and to keep them abreast of the new health programs that we are doing and the ones we are still going to be doing.
Speaking further on the over 25 years outreach program, Dr. Olushodo said Dr. Tunde Dia will continue to complement the efforts of government at all levels to create healthy environment for the people of Odogbolu local government area.
No, we run our own regularly. We had one at Igbile about 2 weeks ago, and we're having another one next week at Akpeni, also in Ijebu Northeast local government. So we go around virtually almost every week or every 2 weeks to have this program. But we joined the people of Ososa for this their Ososa Day celebration, and that's why we are here to rejoice with them on the occasion of the Ososa Day celebration.
Beneficiaries have this to say.
A lot of people that doesn't have much ability to go to hospital or to consult a doctor, it has been an opportunity, like a very great privilege, to bring this by Dr. Tunde Dia to this very upcoming, or what's it called, NTA Ijebu Day. Like, it's an honor, and we really appreciate whoever brought this to us. Like, God will reward him in abundantly.
The program is very good. I'm so happy. Long life for this, our doctors and everybody. So we should live long and prosperity.
Dr. Tunde Dia is a son of the former Nigerian Chief of Army Staff, late General Oladipo Dia, in Ijebu Ode. Now on security, Ogun State Governor Dapo Abiodun is promising continuous support for both serving and retired officers of the various security agencies to assist in the discharge of their duties. The governor gave the assurance after launching the 2024 Armed Forces and Remembrance Day emblem. Government House correspondent Akim Jimo reports.
The launch of the emblem for the 2024 Armed Forces Remembrance Day is yet another moment to celebrate the armed forces and honor officers who fought tirelessly to unite Nigeria. Officers of the Nigerian Legion, Ogun State Command, alongside heads of other various sister security agencies in the state, converged on Okemoso, Abeokuta, for the launch of the emblem. Governor of Ogun State, Dapo Abiodun, reiterates that the welfare of the Legionnaires, serving and retired officers of the various security agencies is his topmost priority in addressing insecurity.
We owe it to them to ensure that they are taken care of and allowed to transition seamlessly into civilian life. We recognize that security is a collective responsibility, and we are fully committed to providing the necessary support and resources to ensure our armed forces can carry out their duties effectively and efficiently.
The chairman, Nigerian Legion, Ogun State Command, Olumuyiwa Rukoto, appreciates the governor for his unwavering support to the legionnaires in the state, especially in the areas of bringing succor to the families of the fallen heroes.
With more support, we are ready to do more by widening the scope of joint operation to make the state more secure, peaceful, and investor-friendly.
Governor Abiodun, who launched the emblem with a sum of 10 million naira, promised to build a befitting secretariat and accommodation facility for the association. Armed Forces and Remembrance Day is normally celebrated 15th January every year in recognition of the contributions of the fallen heroes. In Abeokuta, Hakim Jimo, NTA News.
Still on security matters, curbing incessant spread of cybercrime in Nigeria is a joint effort which all hands must be on deck. Unwavering experts on Good Morning Nigeria, while discussing the topic, cyber security, threats to personal data, noted that system must be put in place to protect customers' data. Oyeyemi Ajayi has the details.
Attacks in cyberspace have continued to be a major threat to global economy, and Nigeria is not in any way different. Guests on Good Morning Nigeria, while discussing cybersecurity, threats to personal data, believe there must be an increased education and awareness for Nigerians, aside the need to build institutional capacity for workers for proper knowledge.
So if we don't implement the right security at the early stages, it makes us very susceptible to compromise. So therefore, our security landscape is trying. I would just say it is trying. We still have a little bit of way to go, but I believe we will get there.
Noting that cyber attack is a continental issue, the guests cautioned against buying scrapped softwares aside protection of personal mails, which is a major gate for cyber attack.
See mails in your spam section. Please don't click. Even if you click, delete. The system you are using, anytime you log into your email, please sign out and log out and sign out. Not only that, when you log out, you will see a section that is saying remove this account. Remove the account. Why? Because failure to do this, when hacker comes into your system, they can penetrate your system or hack your mail through this.
Creating awareness is very, very important, but the issue is how do you create the awareness? How do you educate? More importantly, to understand the mindset of hackers. The prevalent tool they use is what we call social engineering. And social engineering is a psychological thing. And so they want you to act before you think.
Yeah.
So that is the basic foundation of almost all the tricks they use for cybercrime.
The importance of public-private partnership was extolled as a strong way to combat cybercrime in Nigeria. Oyeyemi Ajayi, NTA News.
Away from security matters to legislative matters, the immediate past Minister of Labour and Employment, Simon Bakola Long, today took the oath as the Senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The details.
Appeal Court had on 7th November 2023 affirmed Lalong as the duly elected senator representing the southern zone of Plateau State.
I bear true allegiance to Nigeria.
That as a member of the Senate.
That as a member of the Senate.
I will perform my functions.
I will perform my functions.
Honestly to the best of my ability.
Honestly to the best of my ability.
Senator Lalong on Tuesday resigned his position of Minister of Labour and Employment to enable him take up his seat in the Senate. Senate President Godswill Akpabio at plenary declares vacant the seats of Ebonyi South and Yobe East senatorial districts. The two seats were occupied by Senators David Umahi and Ibrahim Gedam, who have taken up appointment as ministers of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Meanwhile, President Tinubu has transmitted to the Senate the list of 11 justices of the Supreme Court for screening and confirmation.
As the clock ticks towards the celebration of Christmas and New Year festivities, the current economic realities have resulted in cumbersomeness preparation for Nigerians as the price of commodities skyrockets at the markets. Lekon Agbonde in this special report take a special attention to rice and how people are coping to get the commodities for the celebration of commodities.
Rice is one of the popular staple foods on the tables of most families, especially during the festive period. As Christmas approaches, the hope of many to have a sumptuous celebrations with enough of rice to eat and share with their loved ones is being threatened as a result of the high cost of the commodity.
This is our Lafenwa market, one of the biggest markets in Abeokuta metropolis.
We are at this market to look at the situation, especially the buying and selling of that staple food, very important on the table of every family, that is rice. As the Christmas approaches, people are preparing to stock their homes with rice, but the music coming out from every one of them is not that palatable because they are complaining of the high cost of the commodity. The situation at the rice market is not favorable for the buyers and sellers who complain of the astronomical increase in the price of rice, which makes its affordability difficult.
People that used to buy 1 bag, 2 bags before now, people that buy 1 bag now go for quarter. People that buy 2 bags now go for half bag because of the price. It's too high.
It's not cheap at all. It's 53,000 naira here per bag. It's not cheap. It's not easy. We are going to use the 6 bag of last year to buy 1 bag now. Like 10.6, 10.8.
It's now 50-something thousand. How now? I remember when I was in secondary school, it used to be 8,000 naira, and my parents used to complain. So my dad would be like, bag of rice, OTD 8,000. Shebi 7.5 ni, it was 7,000. So now I'm not an adult. I'm fending for myself, and things have gotten to this level.
The turnout of buyers is relatively low as they resort to readjusting the quantity they can afford. The local rice, which should be an alternative, is almost the same price with the foreign parboiled rice.
Yes, people don't even like the local rice. Apart from that, the price is almost the same.
So I want to plead with the government, they should please try and do something concerning our fuel, the price of the fuel, and the people on the road, the customs too. The way they in fact, the way they do these days is too, I don't just know. It's just too hard.
Residents appeal to the government to do something to address the situation. In Abeokuta, Lekon Agmode, NTA News.
The news will continue shortly after this time out.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Oh, no.
Unlimited.
Let's now join our sports desk for the latest in the world of sports.
Ahead of the 2024 African Cup of Nations in Cote d'Ivoire, Super Eagles coach Jose Becerro has included Ahmed Musa and Trus Ekong in the 55 provisional squad as CAF announced on Wednesday. It has received all the list of 24 participating teams. The Eagles provisional list includes 6 goalkeepers, 13 defenders, 8 midfielders, and 13 forwards. Invited players are expected to resume camping on 1st January in Abu Dhabi, as the final list will be released on 3rd of January 2024. Meanwhile, Super Eagles duo of Aina Ola and Taiwo Awoniyi have gotten a new manager at Nottingham Forest following the appointment of Nuno Espirito Santo on a 2.5-year contract to replace Steve Cooper. Cooper was sacked on Tuesday after 2 years with Forest, having lost 5 of their past 6 league games and sitting 17th in the table. Former Wolves and Tottenham coach was sacked by Saudi Arabia Pro League club Al Ittihad in November. Elsewhere in the English Carabao Cup, Chelsea progressed to the semi-final 4-2 on penalties after a 1-1 draw with Newcastle after regulation time. In other results, Fulham reached the semi-final of the Carabao Cup as Alex Iwobi's team booked their first ever semis in 22 seasons. With Sports Update, I'm Austin Ejebu ode, NTA News.
That is the size of the bulletin this night. Join us tomorrow for another package. Good evening.